Hey, this is the Make Sense Good American, where everything I say makes absolute sense. It's going to make sense, and it's about time you heard it. This teamwork that the black woman and the white cop have in common. Okay, to me, they work hand in hand. Let me start from the very beginning. There's this woman that, there's a video of a woman pulling another woman out of the car by her hair. Now, it's quite embarrassing because the woman in the car was not wearing any underwear and she had a dress on, and everybody saw her goods. And the reason that she had to do that, pull her out of the car, because nobody yells at my kid. Nobody. Then there's this other video of a woman that says, I need a mentor. I need a coach. Somebody has to take care. Somebody has to structure my child. My child needs a mentor. Who remembers that video? I do. A lot of fellas in the manosphere were talking about, hey, you should have kept your man. You need a man in the house. That's why you need a man in the house. So what's funny is, the only reason I say you need him, every house needs a man in the house, because the man is the only one that can tell your son/daughter what to do and when to do it, which is right now. And that's structure. But no, you got all these single women making sure nobody better never yell at my child. Now, in addition to that, you have these white police officers, the government, but the long arm of the law is done by white folks. And then white folks, well, what they do is they are strengthening the foothold that they have on the back of the parents' necks. In other words, if you spank your child, if you slap your child across the face, which I've been slapped across the face as a child, and did it hurt? Of course it did, but I mean, it was embarrassing. Of course it was. This crazy ass mother of mine would do it out in public instead of doing it in the confinements of her own home. She didn't do that. She was just really psychotic with the swinging. I couldn't stand this woman, but a lot of that child abuse thing, she went overboard. But when it comes to disciplining your kids, they don't want you even doing that. They don't want you talking like, they don't want you putting a paddle, nothing. You can't do that. If you do that, you will be handcuffed by a police officer and you will be charged, and your record will say that you're a child abuser. They will take your children away. All this stuff because you try to be a parent from 1975-ish. Things like that. You can't do that anymore. But let's just see what happens. You now have a son that nobody can yell at, and then your son is 11 years old, 12 years old. The principal couldn't swing at her. The teacher can't swing at you. Remember that one teacher? This happened recently. That one girl that had a fight with that teacher, and the teacher was fending for herself, and it was a substitute teacher. They were both black, and the lady got charges filed on her because she touched a 15-year-old child. Ain't that crazy? I mean, our hands are tied. This woman isn't just, there's a mugshot of this black woman. Okay, she wasn't gonna take it. What are we supposed to do? Just sit there and just take it? But here's the thing. Now you're 17, 18, you're walking the streets, and this cop that protected you and your black ass, I'll say brown people, but this is a black problem. I'm just gonna say it. There's black kids looting, there's black kids rioting, there's black kids fighting, there's black kids shooting, okay? And now you have this cop talking to you in this type of way. Shut up, get on the ground, put your hands behind your back. I ain't gonna tell you again. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Sit on the floor. I don't care if the mud's wet. Sit down. This is officially, as a child, your first experience ever getting yelled at by an adult and you can't do anything. All this time, that same adult was protecting you, and now that same white cop with blue eyes and blonde hair is talking to you some type of way. And because black people are the most gullible on the planet, man, that's racism. The way he was talking to me, man, I felt he didn't have to talk. He didn't have to raise his voice at me. Why are you showing authority? This is the same cop that protected you all throughout your teen years. But now you got a problem with him. And what these stupid cops don't understand is they should do it in another manner. They should just say, you know what, whip your child because I don't want to meet him later. Beat your child. You give me, make a good citizen out of society, because I don't want to touch base with her. I don't want to cross paths with this kid. But they don't do that. These stupid cops will literally send you off to jail, haul you off to jail, handcuffs and all, back of the cop car for touching the same child that 8 years later, from 11 to 19, has got a gun drawn, is scared of the same child. And the child really, and a lot of these young men have never been talked to like that, but they're getting talked to like that now. So make up your mind. It's not okay to talk to people like that and to show authority, but if you're wearing a badge and he's now 19, now you can talk like that? This is a new feeling for these boys. This is a new experience, and you haven't sat there and said that, well, this is what we're looking at. No, because you're too stupid to see the future. You created this monster, white cop. You created this monster. And they're shooting at you, and they don't like you, and they hate you, and all you do is protect their childhood from their own parents. This is a travesty, but this is something that you have to deal with, and I want to be a cop now. You are a moron. I understand the way you talk to people. You have to assess the situation. But you, as a stupid cop, created this crazy black kid. We couldn't whip him because of you and your handcuffs. We couldn't slap him because of you and your handcuffs. Okay? We couldn't do any of that. And now you want, and people all over the media, what about the parents? What about the parents? The same parents that would get handcuffed? Those parents? I would have whooped my kid, but you can't whip him now. He's a teen in Chicago. Rioting. He's run amok. Okay? It's pure mayhem over there in Chicago. And and they even tried that in Los Angeles over here. But it's mayhem. The white cop is 100% responsible for the badass kids. The white cop. In addition to the single moms that can't take somebody yelling at your kid. If your kid's a badass kid, your kid's a badass kid. If somebody ever yelled at my child, I would go say, okay, why'd you yell at him? Well, because he stepped on my shoe. Man, that ain't no reason to yell at him. That's just you, because you've been spoiled all your life. Your mom took that welfare and child support money and bought you Jordans. And you just think that you're supposed to just be the, always clean, always fresh. No. Now you're growing. Just calm down. Don't nobody give a shit about them J's. Anyways, but if you yelled at him because my son cussed at him or my son spit on him or whatever, something like that, that's different. I'm going to have to check my own son. But like, nah, man, you're not supposed to do that, man. That's a grown adult. You got to respect him, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're not supposed to whip your kids, right? Because the cop will get him. And then when he's older, the cop will get him. These liberals have you in the palm of their hands. These liberals do not care about you. You are the most gullible race on the planet. The American black boy has to be the stupidest American black man. Y'all the stupidest motherfuckers. You really are emotional. You are just, man. You really, really are. I can't stop laughing at y'all, but y'all really are stupid. Anyway, this is my Sense Good American. I just wanted this to be a quick video because you needed to hear this, man. This is your fault, ladies, and this is your fault, white cops. Enjoy your nightmare. Enjoy your nightmare. This is your creation.